I'm taking back the crown. I'm all dressed up and naked. I see what's mine and take it. Oh yeah, the crown. So close I can taste it. I see what's mine and take it. Oh yeah.
Yo, what is going on, guys? It's me, the Ninja Reviewer here. Welcome to my review of My Hero Academia Season 2, Episode 8 review. That day has come! So, yeah, so here we go. So, bam, episode number 8. So, this week's episode of My Hero Academia Season 2, Episode 8. Excuse me. Very simple episode. Pretty much, yeah. Now, it's simple because we basically got most of the matches of the tournament going on. So, most of the tournament portions, most of the fights are already done. So, we have, Kaminari versus, what was her name? Okay, so we had the first fight, which was Kaminari versus, Shiozaki, which is, Divine chick. Yeah, her. So, with the chick with the vines, that match wasn't really long, only like a minute or two, and obviously the reason why is because obviously the electricity and whatever won't be able to, it wasn't enough in order to, you know, to beat her, because obviously vines are actually more powerful, and that fight didn't really last that long. So Kaminari already pretty much lost, you know, on that behalf, so that really sucked for him. And I really do like how, like, because the thing is, as long as she has like plenty of sunlight where she is, it can even be a charge of thunder. Like, as long as she gets some light and some energy in her, she's able to go. That is her strongest point, and she's able to use it against him. So that's the reason why Kaminari lost. So that was the reason why. So Kaminari lost. So we had that fight going on. Then we had the fight between Tokoyami, my boy, Shadow Boys for life, man. I love Tokoyami. Tokoyami is amazing. We have Tokoyami versus, what was her name again? Yaoyorozu? Yeah, Yaoyorozu, yeah. Fuck. Okay, I'm gonna call her Momo. Screw that. Her first name is Momo. So we have Tokoyami versus Momo. And Momo, now that fight was actually pretty cool. I did actually like that fight. That was actually one of my favorite fights in that tournament, I think, because especially with the shadow ability. Like, I love Tokoyami. His shadow abilities are actually really cool. Yeah, and then when it comes to the weaponry of Momo, she actually has some pretty cool weaponry as well, but of course, it just wasn't enough for Shadow Boys, of course. So, right there, Tokoyami already won his match. Then, we have Ida versus Mihatsumi, which is, Hatsumi. Mihatsumi, yeah, that's her name. Sorry. Mihatsumi, which is, of course, I'm always thinking of like Hatsumi Miku, which I'm always thinking of Miku with that name, which is like kind of weird. Hatsumi. So it was Hatsumi versus Ida, and when it comes to the that particular fight, apparently she pretty much, okay, what she did was she pretty much made like this special kind of armor just for this kind of fight. And the reason why is because basically she wanted to turn this into like a profit commercial to show off her babies, aka not her kids. I'm talking about the machinery, obviously, of all the mechanic-y stuff that she could basically do with a cork. So that's that, and we got that going on. So when it comes to Ida, he does get a lot better as a character, but in this, it doesn't really show like his bravado, but he did advance though, which is good. But he did advance, which was actually pretty cool. And then, what was the other? Oh, yes. Oh, my boy. Oh, yes. KRISHIMA versus TESUTESU. That was a manly fight, man. Yo, granted though, it was pretty much going to indicate that it was basically going to be the same thing over and over. They were just beating the living shit out of each other. So basically, we already know they were just beating the living shit out of each other when it comes to that. So that's pretty much the fight in general. They're just beating the living shit out of each other. And you know what? I watched this in the English dub too. KRISHIMA has the same voice as Yusuke Urameshi from Yu Yu Hakusho. And I'm like, okay, this is cool. This is giving me a Yu Yu Hakusho vibe. But I read the manga. I'm already caught up to this. But my boy, KRISHIMA. my boy. Yo, there's a reason why he's on one of my top 5s, man. There's a reason. But you will find out somewhere in the near future. Because, of course, obviously, we're not going to get that far in manga translation. Obviously, we're not. So, it really does suck, which is a shame, because he does get some amazing fucking development way later on. And in the year, it was actually pretty cool, too. Excuse me. And they already know KRISHIMA's hype because we see this dude. He's ready to go. And they're like, yeah. And they're beating the shit out of each other. Like, TESUTESU looks like, you know, he's like hocking up and shit, which is pretty cool when it's hardening. One has like iron and one has like hardening. So technically, they're technically like the same thing, obviously. So we got those fights going on. And obviously, that fight was my favorite. And the Tokiyami fight was my favorite. The other fights went by a little too quick, so they were okay plus. So they weren't like really extreme, but you know, they were pretty cool. They were pretty cool, even though they didn't really, sadly, last that long, which kind of sucked. And now we have, in the next episode, we have Uchaku versus Bakugo. Oh, yo, Bakugo, man. Uchaku, girl. I don't know, cause. Again, I don't want to spoil anything, you know, for the anime cats. I don't want to spoil anything. But, you know, hey, I mean, if you're expecting a very quick fight compared to the other ones, or at least, okay, not the other ones, I'm sorry. You know, the whole Izuku fight, you know, that did last pretty long. We had the, well, not so much for the Todoroki fight, which, you know, that didn't last too long with him because of his fucking temper. So, yeah, but anyways. If you're expecting one of those fights that are not going to last too long, you are sadly mistaken. Especially if you see the preview for the next episode. Oh man, this is another fight I am really expecting to see animated. After reading the manga, I am really excited to see this fight colorful and animated. And I hope the animation, it looks like the animation is going to be really good for this episode, especially because when it's these kind of important fights, the animation really spikes up in quality. So we already know that for a fact. And yeah, that's technically it. So if I had to give an episode overall, and technically we have Izuku taking all the notes, obviously getting down everyone's ability. So basically Uchaku was saying that, well, I've looked at everybody else's quirks, and when it comes to mine, even though I may think I have somewhat of a useful quirk, it's not going to be anybody like Bakugo, because he's just way too stronger. But Deku's like, well, not really, because even if you do, listen, I do know some weaknesses. I will help you, just like the other dude, I forget with the tail, helped me out, and we'll just call it like that, and I'll help you out, you know, with some certain weaknesses of Bakugo. And it's like, okay, cool. So that actually works, so that comes as an advantage. So that's that too. So overall, I give the episode a 4 out of 5, a very good episode, because we did get some fights, finally some fights. So yeah, some very good fights. Very cool, yeah, some very good fights, some really cool fights too, like the Tokiyami, my dude, Shadow Boys, Tokiyami, and of course KRISHIMA, my other top favorite character in this. So yeah, so we got some pretty cool fights in this episode. Yeah, you know, that was like, I think that was like the most manly fight we got, which honestly, that was really cool. So, overall, that's pretty much it. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. So, I'm going to give it a solid episode, a 4 out of 5. Solid episode overall. Really enjoyed it. Definitely cannot wait for next week's episode, because that's going to be pretty good. I am really looking forward to that fight a lot, especially, again, for the manga folks. We already know how that goes down. So that's basically it. I'm done. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below of this week's episode of My Hero Academia Season 2, Episode 8. And for the anime fans, I'll see you guys next week for Episode 9. And for the manga dudes and dudettes, I will see you guys for the latest chapter, live reaction / review of My Hero Academia. So until then, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe as always. Spread the word of my channel. Follow my online plugins. You already know what to do. You already know what they are. My gaming plugins as well. Don't need to explain it anymore. So, peace, soul, love, chicken grease, and the sky is the limit. And my manga fans, keep supporting what you read and what you watch. And remember, go beyond plus ultra!